Harold Park. For more than 120 years, this inner Sydney site, bounded by Glebe, Annandale and Forest Lodge, was home to the New South Wales Harness Club. In February 2012, Ford Civil Contracting was awarded the contract to carry out bulk earthworks and associated civil works for Mirvac's Harold Park redevelopment. The whole site covered the range of soil conditions, ranging from contaminated fill to Sydney's famed sandstone to uncompacted fill dumped over the past 150 years. The bulk excavation ranged from working within a couple of metres of the heritage-listed tram sheds to extending 100-year-old cuts in sandstone cliffs, again within metres of housing.
It involved the movement of around 330,000 cubic of material, with the benefit of being able to use around about 200,000 cubic of that material on site again for various filling works, which was quite handy, and using it as a select layer through the road pavements that we were going to develop.
The site was riddled with uncontrolled fill placed over many years above alluvial sands. And the low-lying location adjacent to the Johnson Street Canal meant the water table was just below the surface, adding significantly to the construction challenges. The construction schedule meant that Ford Civil Contracting had to manage its program to allow building works to begin simultaneously while significant excavation works were still underway. A major issue was a 2.4 metre diameter stormwater line that had to be placed between two 8-storey building precincts while the buildings were being constructed. Ford Civil had to maintain access for cranes, concrete pours, equipment and workers at the same time as undertaking a 5-metre deep excavation between the buildings. This required considerable pre-planning by Ford Civil, then daily coordination between the two building teams and the stormwater construction team to ensure these works were successfully and safely completed. The complex geotechnical factors which had created the high water table at the Harold Park site required some innovative thinking by Ford Civil Contracting in order to meet the project timelines. For example, the traditional method of achieving compaction in high water table areas, preloading an area for some months with large amounts of additional fill in order to remove the water, was simply out of the question. To speed up this process in time-critical areas, Ford Civil Contracting implemented a system of wick drains. This reduced compaction times from 40 months to 3 months.
Drain depths were about 18 to 25 metres down below us, and the settlement in the area was around 300 mils throughout the area, so that needed to be completed prior to the roads being built. So in order to get the combined deliverable of the project, whereby you had your roads completed and your buildings completed at the same time, we had to actually undertake this wick drain, which reduced the settlement period over the site.
Another complication for Ford Civil Contracting was the high degree of community interest and involvement, with numerous properties overlooking the site. Any complaint could potentially affect the works.
So any development works that were starting outside the boundaries, obviously the community were involved, as we had to deal with the council and the community, and we undertook continual notification of the community on the different elements of work that we were undertaking throughout the project, which kept them abreast of each of the different work elements and work progresses through the site, so they were fully informed, and we then dealt with their feedback as we received it. Obviously there was issues and coordination going on.
The site redevelopment will mean substantially more green space for the local community.
The final handover of the site actually goes to the community, a 3.8 metre hectare park. The site completely remediated, obviously, with a pretty large open space area within the heart of the city for the use of the community. And then you've got the roads and the new infrastructure, so new NBN and gas and water main systems throughout the area being upgraded along with this development. The open space is quite something that the community have wanted for a number of years, and the council ensured that as part of the works the site would be remediated and they would actually have a usable park area, not just a small pocket park sort of area, but a big expanse for them to use.
By carefully planning its schedule and working in with site auditors and other works teams, Ford Civil Contracting successfully kept to the tight project timetable. In fact, so successful was Ford Civil Contracting's planning that in many cases it was able to complete sections of the works substantially ahead of schedule. Project management on the Harold Park project was a major challenge for Ford Civil Contracting, with work areas constantly changing as the works progressed, and the areas of principal control being handed over to other parties. This required Ford Civil to effectively manage these changing work areas and communicating them to suppliers, subcontractors and the precinct building teams.